Okay, so the government, the IMF has already given another instruction to the puppet African leaders, including Nigeria, and they are instructing them to increase tax. Which is a good thing because most countries in the world are run strictly by tax. Look at Canada, United Kingdom, UK, US, Australia. They all run by tax. Taxation is the easiest way to run a government. You don't have to have natural resources. If you have human capital and you have good taxation system, you can become a first world nation like this. But here is the problem. IMF and World Bank has asked African countries, including Nigeria, to increase the tax net. And they are beginning to increase the tax net. Okay. So now the Nigerian government has announced that, I think January 1, I'm not too sure, that every bank account must present tax identity number. You must present your tax information. I really don't, I won't go into detail on that. But here's my concern. Now you want me to pay tax. Okay. You want me to pay tax, more tax. Okay. And I'm willing and I'm happy to pay tax because that is part of democracy. What I told you about the responsibility of citizens. But when I see a governor, look at a governor went for a book launch and donated 250 million at the book launch. Another governor, a former governor, went for an event. Governor Wike, for example, when he was governor, he went to an event where women governors forum were meeting, and he donated 300 million to them. Some artists flew in from Burna Boy was doing a show. He donated 200 million to them. The governors, do you know why the naira keeps increasing? Will keep, the dollar will keep increasing because every time FAC is released, that's the money that is released. Immediately it gets to the governor, they start buying dollars. They start buying dollars immediately. Dollars that they will use to travel, to do expenses, to send to their children. They start buying dollars from borrow the change. So if you notice at the end of the month, whenever FAC is released, price of dollar goes up. You say I should pay tax. You're asking me to pay tax. And I say, okay, I want to pay tax. Yet, the government of Nigeria, African government, not just Nigeria, is an African thing. IMF is asking the whole of Africa, including Nigeria. The government of Nigeria will go to Japan, immediately go to Japan to import vehicles. After I finish paying tax, you take that tax money to go and develop the Japanese economy by buying vehicles from Japan. And you're asking me to pay tax. The same government will immediately, or once they are sick, they go abroad for treatment. You take that tax money that I've paid, you now go and give pay to boost the French economy, like the president always goes to France and UK to boost the UK healthcare system. And you're asking me to pay tax, more tax. Then there is Innocent that manufactures vehicle. There is a Node that manufactures vehicle in Nigeria. Instead of you to buy those vehicles from Nigeria, buy those things from local manufacturers to boost our economy, you take the money that I paid for that, you go and buy more vehicles from, there's Katanka in Ghana, even if you don't want to buy in Nigeria. There's the other one in Rwanda that manufactures, in Uganda that manufactures electric vehicle. Instead of buying from Africa, you go and buy with our tax money and you expect me to pay tax. If the federal government of Nigeria wants Nigerians to pay tax, if I was to negotiate on behalf of the Nigerian people, I would say, fine, number one, no more purchase of international anything by anybody that is in government. All purchases will be local. And I'll just give them a list of conditions. It will make this video long. No more health tourism for government officials. You can't just ask people, keep asking. IMF just tells you, you tell us. IMF tells you, you tell us. What do people want from Africans? IMF and World Bank. So for me, the gentleman that was in KPMG, I think, who is now either KPMG or PwC, who is now in charge of tax, I forgot his name, Oyewole or so. If I wish we can have a forum where we can meet him and we'll discuss this thing. It's not enough for you to let me even give you another angle, a quick angle, because this video, I don't want these videos to be long. Another angle to this is, let's look at, do you know that market women are already paying tax? If you doubt, go to any market in Nigeria. Go to Ajah market in Lagos. Go to Lagos Island market. Go to market in Wuse. They are already paying taxes to local government council. They are paying taxes to touts, area boys. Before you sell anything in those markets, the bus drivers are already paying all sorts of taxes on the road. And you still now say that you want to collect taxes again from them. And these taxes that are paying, the taxes are not even going to, they're not even going to government, they're going to individual pockets. So before you ask for Nigerians and Africans, before you obey the World Bank and IMF, you should first of all sanitize the system. You cannot take tax money from me, then use that money to go and develop another nation through purchasing and tourism. If anybody can sponsor me to sue the government on this, I'll be glad to to use my name on the suit to say no, no taxation. So if there's any lawyer who is willing to step up, it doesn't have to be me. If there's anybody who will sue the government, take the government to court, even though our court judicial system is corrupt, but at least let them know you can't do this. You can't increase tax and continue your lifestyle. It doesn't work that way. This is not slavery. This is supposed to be democracy where we have a choice. If you're going to force us to pay those taxes, then you too have to change your way of doing things. The procurement process has to change. A lot of things has to change before you ask Nigerians to pay tax. I'm not in support of the taxes. And if I see any lawyer who is willing to do pro bono, I wish to take the government of African government, including Nigeria, to court to stop any taxation process until there's regularization of the system.